Welcome, valued customer. This is NCTV.
What's good, my dudes? So Mr. Elmore painted this fly mural about the 9/11 tragedy, and we got the inside scoop on how it was made.
I feel like art is important because it's an expression of humans in general. We have this intrinsic need to communicate. If you're not communicating in English or any kind of verbal language, you're probably expressing yourself visually, whether that's dance or drawing or painting or music, that kind of things. And it just kind of gives you a voice of the people. And I think that these murals would be a great opportunity for Casper because they would express the feelings of our town and our city. My wife and I started developing a project called Color Casper Mural Project. We got together for the 9/11 Remembrance mural, and it was also AmeriCorps' 20th anniversary, so this was kind of in celebration of that as well. Across the street from 5150, the climbing gym, on Beverly Street, so there's this big S curve in the road, and underneath that S in the road is the Rails to Trails bike path, and that is where the mural is located, in that tunnel, and it's 66 feet wide by 8 feet tall. I was kind of given that location, and I didn't want to suggest anywhere else because they already had this planned out. It was a perfect location because the walls were nice and clean. They chose this location because of vandalism. They wanted to put a mural down there to prevent graffiti and just kind of that chicken scratch writing. So this mural was in hopes that it would prevent those kind of markings. The meaning of the mural that we just did is they wanted something that was 9/11 related, but they didn't necessarily want the destruction of buildings and so much emphasis on that disaster. They also wanted to highlight people who serve and also first responders. I came up with, or my wife and I came up with, was two hands. One is a gloved hand that has an American flag on the side of the glove, and the other one is just a civilian hand. And they're reaching out, and the first responder or the American service worker is reaching out and grabbing onto that civilian to help them or rescue them. It was also designed to be somewhat interactive. This tunnel is pretty frequently traveled, especially by bike and skateboard. I wanted to create a sequence of images as you pass through the tunnel so that it almost animated, and then in the center they meet. I'd like for the people out there to visit colorcasper.com and like it on Facebook. With support, encouragement, and just liking us on Facebook, it'll help grow our project so that we can build a bigger Color Casper mural project so we can start to see a lot more of these around town.
Man, that is one fly mural.
Indeed.
So like here in NCTV Orange, we have some of the best filmmakers all around the school. And I wanted you to have a chance to get to know every single one of them. So here's cast interviews with Jeff and Taylor and Alex.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Jeff.
And this is NCTV.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, Jeff! Oh my God! Yeah, go Jeff! I don't know. If you looked at me, you'd probably think I was only skating for like 5 months. I'm not that good. Can't do anything. Everyone's better than me. I should just go.
Why does it even matter? I'm better than everybody. All these kids here, I'll destroy them. Taylor? Psh, that fool for breakfast.
Never. That's a stupid question.
I don't even want to talk about him, honestly. Like, all he does is criticize me about my red hair, mostly. He hates me, I think. He's a total bag. No, we're not good friends, to answer your question. Next question.
Oh my God, we go way back. Like back in the day, we used to skate together all the time. I don't know. Yeah, I would say we're really good friends. He means a lot to me, even with his red hair.
No. They suck.
I would probably have to say Brian Herman. I mean, he's been pro since my age, probably even a little before. Been going at it hard since young. I don't know, he's just all around good. Look up to him. Wish I could be as good as him someday. Probably not though.
Myself? Who else would it be?
Hey, look, it's Jeff.
You suck.
You suck.
Here's
My Jeff.
my fans, yeah. I get that a lot, yeah. Pretty cool. Cooler than you.
I don't know why you keep on asking me these stupid questions. I'm out! I'm out! God!
Oh, Artie, you know how to make a man blush.
We got the best crew in Casper.
For
Show.
Next, we've got Wes, who's the best at BMX. Screw the rest.
My name is Wesley Koffel. I race BMX. I'm on a team called the SC Terror Squad out of Reno, Nevada. I've been racing about 3 years now. My greatest achievement was qualifying for Worlds over in Holland for the World Championships last year in Holland. I realized when BMX is going to be a big part of my life when I made it to, or when I went to Grands and made all my mains my second year of racing. I've been on SC Terror Squad since about last year at the Reno National in January. I race two bikes. One is a 20-inch, which has a 20-inch wheel, and I race another class called Cruiser, which has a 24-inch wheel. Cruiser usually rolls a lot smoother and a lot longer than the 20-inch, but 20-inch is a little more of a challenge, and it's a little easier to throw around. I do a lot of training at home. I do sprints and up and down the street. I recently just got a roller where you set your bike on and you basically just ride your bike without going anywhere. My biggest fear had to have been crashing, but I did that a lot when I first started. So, yeah, I've made a lot of friends. I honestly think I have more friends in Colorado and Utah than I do in Wyoming. My favorite BMX racer is probably Donnie Robinson, who races for the Factory SE squad. He's my favorite because just the way he rides, and I don't know, he's just been one of my idols for a while. One of my goals in BMX racing is to become pro one day. When you're pro, you basically just hit all the nationals, and it works just like the amateurs in the point system and everything, except just more racing. You do win money when you race pro. You can go around racing the pro-ams, and then at most nationals, first, second, third win money.
Always pretty groovy to see the new talented people in Casper.
Next, we got a band straight out of Casper, the one, the only Juice Falcon.
Just started playing with all of my friends in middle school, and there wasn't a lot to do when we were growing up so much. There wasn't any skate park or anything like that at first, so my good friend Chris played guitar, and then we met Gabe and Tyler from another school, so we started getting together after school and practicing, and it was really fun, so we just continued to do it.
Let's see, I was in 6th grade, I was like 11, I think, and this one dude said he was going to play drums in the school band and said I should do it, so I did it, and it just evolved from there. I met them through acquaintances, and then kind of auditioned, and that was that.
Mutual friends.
Mutual friends.
I moved back to town, and my roommate at the time was really good friends with Brandon, and he plays guitar. So I got to talking to him one evening, and we just kept crossing paths, and eventually started playing music together.
Wow, my neck hurts from banging so hard. All right, y'all. It's time for us to get serious about a huge problem that almost every high school in America has.
Bullying. Don't do it, kids. Don't tolerate it. Don't let it happen. Just don't do it, and stop it when you see it.
Hi, I'm here to talk to you guys about bullying. The three main types of bullying are cyberbullying, verbal bullying, and physical bullying. Chapter 1, Cyberbullying. Did you know that Wyoming just passed a law saying that if you cyberbully somebody, you can spend up to a year in prison or have a $1,000 fine? Now that we looked at some examples of cyberbullying, I'm going to tell you guys how to prevent it. Step 1, ignore them. Whatever they're saying is not true. Step 2, take a picture for evidence so you can tell somebody that you trust. Step 3, report them. If it's on Facebook, Facebook will handle the problem. Step 4, just block them. That easy. Chapter 2, verbal bullying.
Go ahead.
Now that we looked at some examples of verbal bullying, I'm going to tell you guys how to prevent it. Step 1, if they're harassing you, just walk away. Step 2, if they're still harassing you, tell a teacher and the teacher will handle it. Okay. Chapter 3, physical bullying.
You have a problem? Yeah, I do. You have a problem? Yeah, I do. Get out of here.
Now that we looked at some examples of physical bullying, I'm going to tell you guys how to prevent it. Step 1, just walk away. Usually, if they don't get a reaction out of you, they'll leave you alone. Step 2, if they're still bothering you, go tell somebody that you trust, because they will handle it. Step 3, if they're still bullying you, you gotta stand up for yourself, okay? Usually, if you stand up for yourself, they'll respect you and walk away. Thank you guys for watching.
Now for all those cool cats that float the river all summer, you might want to take a look at this next video Taylor and Simeon made.
Removing the whitewater park isn't going to take away the fact that there's still a river there that people can drown in. Life jackets save lives. Those are the primary safety device that should be used. Throw bags are nice, but they take a level of training. People have to have some experience with them, understand how they work. It's a reactionary device. It is not a proactive device. Casper Fire EMS has a life jacket loaner program. We loan out life jackets to the public for free. You can stop by any of our fire stations. We also have return boxes there, so you can just drop them off when you're done with them. And that program has been in effect for many years now.
Huge shout out to everyone watching NCTV Orange Day.
We want to thank Mr. Madzey, our directors, Lizzie and Mitch, and our producers, Falon and Jacey. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Said that wrong, huh?
Yeah.